watch your face, no matter. Now listen to an idiot chatter.
Don't you hate it when you film a perfect clip? It's like 5 minutes long, and then it turns out the neighbors were running their leaf blower the whole time in the background. God, I hate that. Stop! Welcome back to another episode of Turd. We have a lot to do. We are way behind the curve this summer. Haven't accomplished very much at all. Just had the car out a couple of times driving around. That's about it. So we're going to revamp the electrical system in the car. The leaf blower is going again, isn't it? Okay, anyway, come on, really? Redo the electrical system. Dude, come on. We bought a mini spool for this 8.8 IRS limited slip differential. If you've looked into it, you know they don't make one for one of those. So we're going to see what we can engineer out of that. It's door handles. We have no inside door handles on these carbon fiber doors. So if you shut the doors with the windows installed, you can't get out. We're going to try and roll our quarter panels out a little bit more. Yeah, fire in the hole. Let's get this done. We have ice cream cruise coming up in about a month. It's the middle of August right now. I tried to sign up for racing on this, and the tickets sold out like that. So I'm on standby list for racing. We'll see if we get in to do it. But regardless, going to throw this in the show. Then also signed up tetanus for the burnout box. I know that cooling system is not going to make it. So we'll see what we can do to help that thing survive a burnout box. We're going to pop the tires. We are going to pop the tires. You can do it. Okay, part one, pick yourself up a fender roller. I think you can get these Harbor Freight or online. I think I got mine online. Crank on the little handle to push on your quarter. Shove it out this way. And then pop your transmission in neutral. And we're just gonna align this guy to wherever we need it to be. You get it halfway close with your knob here. Get it aligned. You can also adjust the angle of the roller here with that guy. And then in the end, you're just gonna crank this guy around and you're gonna roll it back and forth. You're supposed to put some heat on this so that you don't crack your paint. When I tried it the first round, it did not work. So I've already touched up that paint there. Gonna have to do it again. And just repeat the process until you get them pushed out far enough, wherever you need them.
You like a dog that says run and ramble. Make the brook babble and let the bell ring. Don't let the action of factual things fracture your casual swing. You are the sun and that's law. I got a mouth like a donkey chewing on straw. Calling all stones, calling all streams. One piece, many parts, undivided in a dream. Move it out now, step into the heat. This will be the era where the people turn sink.
Here's the inside of our fender. You can see right there is where my radials were rubbing. This little flange right in here is usually straight out. So I rolled this guy up all the way over to down here. You can see that is unmolested right there. So let's see how that clears. We'll find out when we do a launch. And I am sweating. I got my workout for today. So we're gonna throw this tire back on, go kick it in some air conditioning because I'm done. Yeet. It is hot out here, 108, and I don't even know what the humidity is, but it's nasty hot. So what do y'all do when it's this stinking hot out? I'm gonna venture to say that when it gets this hot outside, most of y'all probably hang out inside the house, kick back, watch some YouTube, chill out in your air conditioning. No, not me. When it's this hot outside, I
I start doing some crap. I start installing windows and hooking up exhaust systems, you know, blowing up engines and stuff. The best way that I know how to deal with it is, oh my God. Oh yes. Oh, that's nice.
That's nice.
That's nice.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. All right, let's do it again. All right, hold on. I do this every time. I start a project and completely forget to roll the camera. We are fabricating a window for this driver's side. So these are the carbon doors. Lexan, or I forget what the other name is for this stuff, but clear plastic. This stuff is pre-tinted, so it kind of matches my tint halfway close. Traced out my original door window for the most part, and then chopped off the bottom edge, and that was the shape of my window. So drilling 20 screw holes all the way around, and then we'll nut and screw that thing in place. Got our new piece here on this side. We are just drilling our holes and we're gonna screw it in place. And yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. Every priceless thing's got an expiration date. Surprises everything and you had better speculate. This is for the ghouls, kick the doors off the tomb. We are young forever, that's written on the moon. Whoa. That's how it flows, it's a rough diamond. Supreme romance, no circumstance will ever stop this dance. Moving out now, step into the heat. This'll be the era where the people do see.
Side and aligned. Next thing we need to do is disassemble all of our hard work, remove all the screws, remove the window, and we're going to countersink each of these holes so the screws sit flush. All right, trying to do this with two hands here, but got our window wall countersunk. We got our weather strip stuck on there all the way around. So the hardest part about this is fighting the thickness of the weather strip. It shrinks down a lot after you tighten the screws down and let her sit for a while. So we're gonna fight that, get that on there, and off we go. All right, door handles. Fabbed up these nice little guys out of my best friend diamond plate. Is make a little mounting plate right in here. This is gonna be recessed inside the door. We're gonna have a pivot point right about in here where my thumb is. So that'll be attached. When you pull on the handle, it's gonna move this push rod. This push rod is gonna come back to an intermediate bar that drops down, and then another push rod that goes off to our latch. I think it's gonna work. Intermediate bar, this is big. I'm gonna have to chop this down, but this will have a center pivot point. This will move like so, and then the push rod will hit the little release arm in the latch. I think it's gonna work. So something like that is gonna be our total assembly. That's pretty simplistic there. I think it'll work. We're gonna find out. Okay, I'm gonna warn you now. What some of y'all are about to see might really piss you off. I can't tell you how long to figure this out. Handle up here is going to come up through the door. Push rod, intermediate bar, push rod to the latch. Why did it take me so long to figure that out? That's so simple. It's going to work. It's going to work.
Rise from the balls, move in the places that are brittle from the cold. Sleepless searchers turning in the age, hurting with a vision of a world retreat. Beast manifest, Unity, unity, for the positive, C-H-A-N-G-E. Speak and we're gonna your power in your head. Looking for a substance in a world of techniques. Move it out now, step into the heat. This'll be the era where the people drum sing. Small power, some small stone. No place to call your own.
Not a fan of this part. Here I am. I'm a mechanic, and I hate getting my hands this greasy. This is... Oh, that's gross. It's like snot mixed with deer piss or something. I don't know, whatever that smell is. Oh, God. Gear oil, one of the worst. At first look, this is looking promising, okay? The bearing support end down here, that bottom flange, that's the same, which is good. Our splines run full length here, where on this guy, they do not. So I'm gonna guess we may have to machine out this back area. See if it's installed like so. Theoretically, my axle shaft is going to come through further, where on this one, my axle shaft needs to stop right there. So we may need to do some shimming and machining. Let's see what we got. We're just going to throw them in and see what happens. All right, well, that's going to be an epic fail. So it's going to take some machining to make this work with the IRS. And the biggest issue that I have is that these shafts need to be supported on the inside so that they're tied to the carrier. You see that movement? So I could make those that mini spool work, but it's not going to last. It's going to tear some stuff up. So we're going to come back to that another day. But I did find that my clutch packs were not properly oriented. So I screwed that up last time. Hopefully that'll help give me a little bit more spread on the wheel power. And yeah, so we're just going to throw it back together now and hope for the best. Going to close this up, and we're going to save this mini spool project for another day. On a positive note, these little squishy bottles, why the heck couldn't we get these like 20 years ago? Jeez, these are amazing. Love it. So we'll get this all circulated, warmed up, take it for a spin, and I think that'll be about it.
I saw you burning in a starlit night, just like a pantheon of comets in flight. Time, a place, a place, no matter. Now listen to an idiot chatter. Truth be told, you're a piece of gold. I love you like a dog that's a running Rambo. Make the brook babble and let the bell ring. Don't let the action of factual things fracture your cat full swing. You are the sun. Like a donkey chewing on straw. Calling all stones, calling all streams. One piece, many parts, undivided in a dream. Move it out now, step into the heat. This'll be the era where the people drum sink. Small pebble, some small stone. No place to call your own. Walk out to the dark just to watch a wave roll. So rebel, a passion unknown. Don't let your dreams go cold. You've got to swing from the shoulder. Swing from the shoulder of your soul.
How can that be? Is there actually $1 on the ground? Come on.